What is going on, Vikings fans? It's Chaz here with another video, this time a little different. We're going to be talking about the Vikings trade deadline, their situations and what they should do at the trade deadline. And overall, we're going to talk about a few players that I think should be traded and players that definitely should not be traded. And if you enjoy this video, make sure you like and subscribe, and let's get right into it. The first person I'm going to be talking about in this video is Anthony Harris. Had a spectacular 2019 season. However, this season he just has not looked great. He had 6 interceptions last season. So far this season he has 0. He also has 2 pass deflections and 39 tackles. So far this 2020 season. Last season we franchise tagged him for 11.4 million when he was one of the best safeties in the league. Now his play has dropped off a little bit as he ranks 34th among the safeties in the PFF's Pro Football Focus grades. Last season he was second, and the season before that he was fifth. And overall his play has really dropped off this season. And we could look to trade him to maybe Cleveland, trade him for a pick, maybe. I don't see a situation in which we re-sign him in the offseason, honestly, and I think we should get as much value as we can out of him. So that is my opinion on Anthony Harris. So this next player kind of pains me to say, but good old Kyle Rudolph, is my number 2 player on this list. He's just an aging veteran, and I think we should trade him to a winner and a team that is a Super Bowl contender. I think he deserves it. He's put more than we could have ever wanted to the tight end position for Minnesota over the past decade. He's just been great, and overall, I think we should look to get late round pick. I think we need to trade him to a winner. He has 10 receptions for 123 yards and a touchdown this season. In comparison to Irv Smith, Irv Smith has 10 receptions for 133 yards. So very similar numbers, but I believe that Irv Smith's just overall the better tight end. He's been better in the run game this year. He's more explosive when he catches the ball. But this one kind of pains me to say, but I think it is time to move on from Kyle Rudolph and on to our next player. I know if you're looking at this one as a Minnesota Vikings fan, you may be a little confused. No, I do not think the Vikings should trade Adam Thielen. There's been some reports that he may go to Cleveland, but I believe the team has came out and said they're not going to deal Adam Thielen at the deadline, which I am very happy for. He's the heart and soul of Minnesota, heart and soul of the Vikings. He's a born winner. It's hard not to cheer for the guy. This season he has 32 catches for 415 yards and 7 touchdowns. He's looked great next to Justin Jefferson, and I want those two to continue to grow next to each other for the next couple seasons at least. I know Adam Thielen could drop off. He's 30 years old, but he has shown no signs of regression thus far. So I'm going to keep this one short and sweet and say I do not think the Vikings trade Adam Thielen, and on to our next player. This is another player. If the Minnesota Vikings trade either of these past two guys, I'm going to be very upset. Harrison Smith is the heart and soul of our defense. Without him, our defense would be nowhere. He really carries that defense on his shoulders along with Eric Kendricks. Um, there's been some reports that he might get moved, but I don't think those are true. There's always people talking, but this season he has 25 tackles, 1 TFL, 2 pass deflections, and a pick. He's really been the man this year, one of the best players on our team, and I don't see a situation in which we trade the hitman either. So if you're a Vikings fan, I'd say you could sleep easily knowing that we're going to keep Adam and Harrison Smith on the team for the foreseeable future. So to wrap the video up, we're gonna take a look at our O-line and see how we could move on from some guys and look to pick up key guard here. I'm gonna talk about in a little bit. First, let's talk about Riley Reef. His cap hit is 8.2 million this year and 13.9 million next season. He hasn't been anything special this year. He's an aging veteran, once again, like Kyle Rudolph, I think we should try ship him off to a team, even though with his cap hit it might not be easy. Um, we could look for a mid to late round pick, but I don't know if we're gonna find a suitor for him, so we might have to hang on to him for the next 2 seasons. But I think we should actively look to trade him at the deadline, at Tuesday's deadline, and the guards looked good this week against the Packers, but I think we could go and shout out to TFG, that franchise guy, and his player grades series is Studs and Duds. He really opened my eyes to see this guy, Wyatt Teller, #1 Pro Football Focus's guard, and I think the Vikings should look to trade for him. I think it would transform our offensive line, make Dalvin Cook even more explosive, and I think we could trade him for like a second maybe. It's going to be a steep price though, so maybe throw in Anthony Harris. I think I would take Anthony Harris in like a second for Wyatt Teller any day, in my opinion. He's just been that good this season, and overall, that's my thoughts on the O-line. If you enjoyed this video at all, make sure you like and subscribe. I'll be coming out with Vikings videos, weekly NFL predictions, player grades. Leave comments down below of what other video ideas you guys have. And overall, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like and subscribe. And I am out. See you next time.
We've been walking through the forest with blood on our hands. We got lost in such a foreign land where we could be free. We could be free.